Are you an artist or a writer? Do you like food? If so, then this video is perfect for you. Hello everyone, this is Sid here and welcome back to another video. Today I am going to be drawing 4 of my OC's original characters from my fantasy medieval story with their favorite foods. So, if that sounds interesting to you, then please stay tuned and stick around. And without further ado, let's get started, shall we? Basically, this is the part 3 of 2 other previous videos. I'll have them both linked in the description box down below if you want to go check it out after you are done watching this video. The second part of this series is actually the 3rd most viewed video on my YouTube channel, so that is pretty cool. Hopefully this one also does well. But yeah, let's jump right into it. So the first OC that I'm going to be drawing today is Alyssa, who was previously known as Astreya, but I decided to change her name because I do have a character now who is more associated with the stars and constellations and stuff like that. And if you did not already know, the prefix Aster actually means star in Latin. I know that's because I am a Latin nerd and I took Latin for like 3 years during middle school. But yeah, that's why we have like astrology and astronomy and astronauts, because the word Aster means star in Latin. So yeah, the new name for this character is Alyssa, but all of her personality traits and her physical appearance are staying pretty much the same. She is a very shy, sweet, quiet, and very kind healer girl who is basically like the village doctor and nurse. She's very helpful and she's always there if you need her to offer a helping hand and to support and encourage you. And she's the type of person who's always there when you need it the most, you know? She's like a little angel, but she is a background character, so that's okay. We love her so much. And of course, the best part of all, she has purple hair. This is why I write fantasy, guys, not so I can have really cool magic systems, not so I can do anything I want, but so my characters can have amazingly colored hair. That is the true reason. The 2 things that I consider the most when I am picking which food I want to pair with each of my characters are their personality and their physical appearance. So for physical appearance, I usually go with like the shape language, like whether the character has lots of triangles or squares or circles in their design and what type of food would match up with that. And I also go with the colors, so what color is used prominently in their design. In my main series, I have 1 color for each character, so I have 1 character for pretty much every color of the rainbow. Obviously, Alyssa here is our purple character, so I wanted to choose a purple food to go with her. And for her shape language, I feel like she has more like smooth and flowy shapes, you know? She has nice, long, flowy hair, and she's wearing a dress as opposed to some of the other characters who are wearing stuff like armor and more secure and protective clothing. So I wanted to pair her up with a food that had more of a like circular and rounded ovate shape, you know, like an oval. So I decided a good food that would go with both of these, that was both purple and rounded in shape, was a grape. And I personally love grapes. I haven't had grapes in a really long time because I'm just not a huge like fruit eater in general. I know lots of my friends love fruit because they're all vegetarians, so fruit is like a huge part of their diet, but I personally really only like grapes sometimes, apples sometimes, and pineapples sometimes. You can see there's lots of like sometimes in there, you know? I like vegetables a lot more than I like fruit. But yeah, of all grapes, I do prefer purple grapes to green grapes because I feel like purple grapes are a lot sweeter and green grapes are usually more sour in my opinion. And I do prefer sweet food to sour food. But yeah, that being said, with my character's personality, I think that is an important factor in what food I give them, because if I have a character who is sort of like sassy and quick-witted, I might want to give them a sour food. If I have a character that's very, very fiery and passionate, I might want to give them a spicy food. If I have a character that's very, very, like, serious and stoic, I might want to give them, like, a bitter food. If I have a character who is more, like, calm and chill and just down to earth, I might want to give them more of, like, a umami food. And if I have a character who is just very, very kind and sweet, I might want to give them a sugary food. So yeah, all of those play a key part in what food I decide to give each of these characters. And yeah, but anyways, here's the completed drawing of Alyssa and her grapes. What do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. And yeah, now we're going to be moving on to the second character, who is our bestest boy, Emory. I love Emory so much. He is that one steadfast, loyal guy. You know, he is always there. You know, you can always count on him and rely on him, and he'll be there on double. He's very, very calm and serious, like how I said earlier. And yeah, for his shape language and stuff, I feel like he has more of the square / rectangle, and he also has some like triangular pieces in him because he does wear armor. And yeah, and for his colors, he has gray, of course, because gray is the main component of armor and all of that great stuff, but he also has lots of greens because green is one of his major accent colors. So taking all of those things into consideration, I decided one of the best foods for him could be broccoli, because broccoli has a very squarish shaped bottom part, you know, like the stem or like the butt of the broccoli, I guess, and then the top of the broccoli, or like the head of it, is sort of like overgrown and leafy, you know, so it has more of like the triangular shapes with like all the leaves and stuff. And yeah, and of course broccoli is green. I love broccoli. I know some people hate it, they don't think it tastes very good. I don't know why. I do agree broccoli can smell foul at times, like when my mom is cooking it, I'm like, ugh, what is that smell? And she's like, it's broccoli, and I'm like, oh, because I like the taste of broccoli, I just don't like the smell of it. And I think it's just because of how strong it is, you know, like I broke my nose when I was 7 years old, so I cannot smell most things, but if I can smell it, that is a sign that the smell is like through the roof, you know? So broccoli must have a very, very intense smell if I can smell it so well. But yeah, I think broccoli is a good thing to add with your dish. Sometimes we have it with like stir fry and teriyaki and all of that great stuff, and sometimes we have it with like fettuccine alfredo. I feel like it just adds some extra texture and vegetable that you need in every dish, you know? I feel like Emory would definitely be the type of person who would appreciate a few pieces of broccoli here and there, you know? I feel like broccoli is also just such a cute and adorable aesthetic, you know? They look like tiny miniature trees, and it's just so adorable. And yeah, the next character that we're going to be drawing today is Evelyn, and Evelyn is a very chaotic child. She is absolutely crazy sometimes, acts a little bit psycho. She has OCD. She's definitely like organized, obsessed, so she's always trying to clean things and make things tidy and do things to perfection and all of that great stuff. She is a seamstress, so she hones her talents by making beautiful outfits and fashion designs for people to wear, and in our case, making cool disguises for our characters to use whenever they're trying to sneak around or go into battle. But Evelyn has a very interesting color palette. She has lots of creamy colors and whites and silvers, and she also has some like dark blues, deep teals and turquoises, and a little bit of green here and there. So she definitely had lots of options to choose from, but I decided to go with the like cream and white, and I decided that I would give her a powdered donut because I love powdered donuts. I feel like sometimes they can be a little bit cringe because like when you eat it, the sugar just like sticks to the roof of your mouth and it's like a really weird feeling. But overall, I think they're a really delightful treat. I love having a little powdered donut every now and then, you know? But I feel like her being her chaos child and always running on 100% energy would appreciate a little bit of sugar here and there, you know? She also lives in this place that's like really, really cold. She lives in this like Arctic tundra region up in the north, and I feel like powdered donuts would definitely be something canon in this universe because the sugar on top of the powdered donut really does remind me of like snow, you know, especially like very light, thin, powdery snowflakes that just landed on the ground. So I can see them making something like that in universe, you know? But yeah, she's just sitting here looking really, really cute and adorable and happy with a big old bite taken out of her powdered donut. She's a very, very silly and mischievous character, but we love that for her. And the last character that I'm going to be drawing today is Ravennah. And Ravennah I had to think a lot less about than all the other ones because I instantly knew what I wanted to draw for Ravennah. Basically, Ravennah and her character Crow, who is my favorite OC. He is my bestest boy. I love him so much and so dearly, even though he is definitely one of the most traumatized characters in my whole entire story. I don't know why it always ends up like that. The ones that you love the most always get the most trauma, but hey, what can I say? It just makes things more interesting, am I right? Having a character with a deep, dark backstory, as opposed to just a happy-go-lucky demeanor. But Ravennah and her brother Crow are my two little blueberries because they both have the most amazing, most luxurious locks of beautiful blue hair. So I knew there was only one answer. I had to give them the bluest food of all, none other than the blueberry. And what better way to incorporate the blueberry than with a muffin? Obviously, you could do a blueberry pancake, but I already did that because blueberry pancakes are Crow's specialty. So I decided Ravennah would just have to settle with the blueberry muffin. And yeah, but I feel like muffins are definitely a lot more her style. They just seem a lot more like girly and feminine to me than pancakes do. I don't really know why. Maybe just because of like the characteristics of each of them and all that great stuff. But yeah, I feel like Ravennah would definitely be the type to enjoy a muffin after a day of playing in the snow with her friends. And yeah, I feel like that would be right up her alley, you know? She and Evelyn can hold a little breakfast for dessert party where they both have their donuts and muffins, and I can see that being so fun. And yeah, she is such a cute and adorable little bean. Just like Crow, she has her own set of very intense experiences, but I won't be going into that in this video. If you want to hear more about my OCs as individuals, I will have a link to another video down below. You can go watch that and hear more about their backstories and personalities and character traits and all of that great stuff. But yeah, anyways, that's pretty much it for this video. Let me know in the comments down below which of these characters and their favorite food was your favorite. Did you like Alyssa with grapes, Emory with broccoli, Evelyn with powdered donut, or Ravennah with blueberry? I think my personal favorite out of this batch was probably Evelyn with powdered donuts, but let me know what you think down below. Please make sure to like and subscribe because it always helps me out so much when you do, and I really appreciate it. It helps to boost my YouTube channel into the algorithm so that more people like you can see my videos, which always means so much to me because I am indeed an artist, and I would like for my artwork to spread throughout the world so that more people can see it, and I would like for my YouTube channel to grow. It always helps to support and encourage and motivate me on my journey and keep me dedicated and devoted. So yeah, and it also helps you because if you do indeed enjoy watching my videos, then you will get instantly notified every single time that I post a new video, and you will never miss out on a single new upload. I, unlike most other YouTubers, upload long-form videos multiple times every single week, and I upload short-form videos multiple times every single day. So I can almost guarantee you that you will always have something fun and interesting to watch, and you will never be bored. But yeah, if you want to see even more of my content content, and if you want to see it as soon as I'm done drawing it, then please go subscribe to my Instagram account, because I post things on my Instagram account much earlier than I post them on my YouTube account. I drew all of these drawings in January, I'm pretty sure, and it is May right now, and I am just now uploading this video, because even though I do post every single day, I am still somehow so far behind, and it does take me a long time to edit my YouTube videos. But for Instagram, you don't have to make videos, you can just make a quick little post and share your artwork. So if you want to see it instantly with 0 delays, go subscribe to my Instagram account. And you can also subscribe to my other social medias if you want to. I have things like a Pinterest account, Roblox account, NaNoWriMo account, which is just a writing platform where you can have writing buddies and stuff. Hey guys, I'm sorry if my voice sounds a little bit different from how it did a few seconds ago. My phone literally just ran out of storage, like slap dab in the middle of me making this video, so I had to go and delete some of my photos in order to free up some more storage. But anyways, as I was saying, I do have other social media accounts like an Unveil account where you can go and read information about all of my OCs and all of that great stuff. And if you are interested, I do have an Instagram Grubs account where I post cool food pics. So if that's up your alley, then please go check that out. Once again, all these links are in the description box down below. And yeah, anyways, I hope that y'all guys all have an amazing rest of your day, and I will see you all in the next video. Always remember that I love you, and goodbye. Peace out, Girl Scouts, and eat more waffles.